What is going on, everybody? We are back with another music reaction. I am Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are...
HellaDepraved.
Yes, we are. You guys thought I was playing when I said it might become a permanent staple, at least until I'm tired of it.
Well, it's fitting for this one, at least. Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be fitting until I'm tired of it.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah.
Super excited. So, we are like 2 weeks behind on every fucking thing. We haven't done anything reaction-wise since the Friday before Halloween.
Right.
Was
Other than our Halloween stream, yeah.
Other than the Halloween stream. A lot's been going on. Mostly, it's been my work.
Mostly.
Yeah. I got switched to days for a while. We were actually doing fine after switching to days, but then I switched to nights midweek. And that fucked everything up.
Yeah. Well,
And
you know.
we're finally getting back on track until, whatever. But,
more life.
yeah. Super excited for this. We've been looking forward to getting to it. And some of you guys might even be asking, why are you doing this before ERB? And that's because ERB didn't do a Halloween-themed fucking thing and put something out in the month of October. And I'm still mad at them. We'll get to it.
Right.
But this is more important.
You tell him.
Yes.
All right.
All right, so, with that being said, we're going to check this out. This is Skeem with the Subpar rap battles of YouTube, Jigsaw Vs Willy Wonka, and I'm guessing...
It's the original.
It's the original Willy Wonka, and I'm guessing a lot of it has to do with, there is a huge belief, that I do believe in, that Willy Wonka trapped the kids
Right.
in their own devices,
Right.
which is what Jigsaw does.
Well, yeah. I thought that was self-explanatory.
Right.
They fell to their own personal vice.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Let's go.
And they were some of the 7 deadly sins.
Sure.
Greed, gluttony, sloth.
Right.
Anyway.
Let's get it.
Subpar rap battles of YouTube. Jigsaw.
Oh, hi, skip the introductions. Everybody knows all about my productions. 9 films in and you're stuck in niche. But I got the golden ticket, just ask Mr. B. Tell me more.
Okay.
So I'm not the only one with a cane at this point.
I would disagree with Willy Wonka here, saying 9 films in and you're just a niche.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
I won't count the new one, by the way.
Yeah, Spiral's a bit of
That's a niche right there.
yeah. But the original run of movies, up through Jigsaw,
Right.
tell one huge, very interwoven story.
Yeah.
That
You just have to make it all the way through, and honestly, it's better to do it in a shorter time frame than when they were released. Yeah.
I remember a lot of people
Gave up
after like 3. A lot of people that I know, and they were like, the story just doesn't make any sense anymore and stuff like that. But I was always that type of person, even now, where if sequels to movies are coming out, I typically go back and rewatch the series up to where it's at to refresh what's all happened.
Yeah,
So I was able to follow along.
Like it was a little bit more distinct films than they really are until the end, when you're kind of like, oh shit,
when it all comes full circle.
Which is just like the end of the first movie, when you're like, oh shit.
Right.
I mean, the filmmakers themselves did say that the first one was honestly the most inspired. However, yeah, you have to go with the overarching story, like the whole big arc versus each individual film, to see just how much thought was put into it.
Right.
Everybody knows all about my productions. 9 films in and you're stuck in niche. But I got the golden ticket, just ask Mr. B. Tell me more about your games with no way to win, cause you're too much of a pussy to put the work in. Let me bury this buried corpse and make a new tootsie.
Now, I do like how you said that, because he did have helpers. To be fair, though, Wonka, he had cancer and was dying.
Right.
He needed help.
Right. You just have sort of a sweet tooth. Yeah, plus the no way to win wasn't really true of John. It was true of some of the helpers.
Right.
When they went bad.
I was going to say, John Kramer was very true to his word when it came to helping people.
And
not
there
helping
was
people, but
a way
giving
to
them
win.
a way to win.
Yeah.
It
Not
was,
like a good way to win, but there was a way to win.
Detective...
It was the detective in Amanda that fucked everything up.
yeah, Amanda fucked it up. What's his... Detective...
I forget his name.
Oh, fuck, it's going to drive me nuts.
Yeah.
Everybody knows all about my productions. 9 films in and you're stuck in niche. But I got the golden ticket, just ask Mr. B. Tell me more about your games with no way to win. Cause you're too much of a pussy to put the work in. Let me bury this berry corpse and make a new Tootsie Puppy DVD out. Even Victor, watch your movies.
Okay.
I love how he did that.
The berry was, wasn't that Violet Beauregard?
Yeah.
Anyway, turned into a blueberry.
So, and by the way, when Skeem was talking about this, there was one part of this whole scenario that I was a little rubbed the wrong way on, and that's it being Jigsaw versus Willy, and it's not really Jigsaw, it's his puppet.
I mean, this is his puppet, yeah, so...
But, also, to be fair, he did use the puppet to do his talking with
like
people.
his avatar, yeah. I mean, that was a fair impression of Willy and what he would have said to Jigsaw, though. Like, as much as we're like, that's not entirely accurate, it's actually a good representation of what he probably would have said. Now, I'd like a little bit more Gene Wilder behind it. Like, he was creepy.
Yeah.
Legit. So, you know, but good job.
Even Victor, watch your movies.
My trap is set just like your rival candy slingers. You're another corporate show enslaving dwarves to be your backup singers. You prey on...
They're not dwarves, but...
The Oompa Loompas.
Right. Doobity-doo.
Oompa Loompa, doobity-doo. Sorry.
But they make a good backup band.
They do. They do.
You're another corporate show enslaving dwarves to be your backup singers. You prey on the innocent and you're lost in your ways, so stay sarcastic. I Congress answer to talk about that Johnny Depp face.
There's nothing now to worry.
Okay. I'm gonna get this out there. I actually liked Johnny Depp's take on it.
Me too.
Not as much as the original,
Right.
but he added Johnny Depp to it. I don't... And there were things about it...
There were two distinctly different crazies.
Yes.
And Gene's was the almost horror movie version. Whereas Johnny's was the
Johnny Depp version.
padded... Well, it was almost a little bit more. It was like the padded room version.
Right.
Now, I will say, he supposedly had not enslaved the Oompa Loompas. They were there of their own free will because...
Now, I will say the Oompa Loompas in the Johnny Depp version were far creepier than the ones...
But, yeah, he had given them work. Their island was falling apart or something like that. And they absolutely adored chocolate, I believe. Or they revered it. Something along those lines. But he didn't actually enslave them.
Stay sarcastic. I Congress answer to talk about that Johnny Depp face.
There's nothing now to worry about, my precious little dear. So go and ride your tiny tricycle far away from here. I'm no psychopath. These kids will be just fine. Don't cause a stir. Now there's the door. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. On second thought, there's a special tunnel to see before we're done. So step onto my magic boat and I'll show you how a bloody spiral's fun. There's no escape. I've had enough of your pretentious droning. Gas is taking too much time. And I have got no signs of flowing.
All right. I like the Spiral reference in there, too. Because, again, Spiral was not... It was not a Saw movie, is what it was. Did you know that Gene was the only one that knew what was going to happen in that boat scene? So the fact that the other actors looked terrified was legit. they actually were terrified. I'm enough of an asshole that I think that's a fabulous fact right there.
So here's the thing. I love when stuff like that happens in horror movies. When directors and stuff like another prime example of something similar, slightly different but similar, is Kane Hodder never interacting with the cast until after the movie's over.
Right.
Because when he's dressed up as Jason or Crowley,
he wants them to be terrified.
Like when he shows up, he wants them to be terrified, so he spaces himself completely away from the cast.
Stays in costume the whole time.
They don't rehearse the things before. Like he just goes for it.
He scared a cop that walked onto or drove onto set once because.
There's this cop that heard about something that he thought was going on in these woods, and dressed up as Jason Voorhees, he approaches the cop, and the cop took off.
Yeah.
You
know.
But no, I think
very well done. Some acting, you can do a really good job, but there's just some times that it works better if
you truly frighten the people that are involved.
And that was a frightening scene. So.
Our pretentious droning! Gas is taking too much time! I have got no signs of slowing!
Ah! I like that.
Play me.
If you're hearing this, then I missed our phone.
Bro. I actually have a handheld tape thing. I kind of now wish we lived closer. Because if I knew he was going to need it.
Right. I think I have one somewhere too.
I got mine at Goodwill and just thought it was cool.
Aged what? Okay, you're not. Never mind. You're not an aged person. I have one that I bought originally.
Oh, no, mine was Goodwill. Mm-hmm. You couldn't find them anywhere now.
Not now.
That's why I got it at Goodwill, because I found one there.
Right. I just have one.
Look, all of my money went towards video games as a teenager to young adult.
Right.
By the time I got around to buying a new tape recorder, they were all already digital.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
If you're hearing this, then I missed our final rendezvous. Death came knocking quickly, just know I was rather fond of you. A few steps away from justified and executing wrath, but insanity and malice have corrupted your true path. So I left a little present.
Yo, tell me why he's doing so much justice to him right here, though.
He really is. And
because that was Kramer's mentality.
The ending music. And then on top of it, he just repeated actually some of the sins of the children. Very nice. Very nicely done. Well played, sir.
Insanity and malice have corrupted your true path. So I left a little present with the people you enslaved. A simple gas that once applied will make them really quite enraged. The antidote is spread in capsules all around for you to find at the places where each parent had to leave their child behind. Live or die. Make your choice.
That's the best look for you. That's
Stop.
awesome.
Help. The little Oompa Loompas are after me.
Who's next? You decide.
I'd say a padded cell.
Subpar rap battles of YouTube.
Watching you have to do that. That's fabulous.
Oh, that was fit. What the fuck is this? Michael Myers versus the M&Ms? What the fuck are you people doing?
That's great. Honestly, that was really well done.
That really was. I'm giving the win to fucking Kramer.
Well, Billy, I suppose.
John Kramer.
Right.
Not Seinfeld Kramer. Yeah, I'm giving it to
Jigsaw.
Jigsaw.
All right. I mean,
that is with 100% bias because of how much I love those movies. It is like my third favorite horror franchise all time.
Yeah, no, so I'm thinking about it, like, I agree with you 100% in terms of the win. And I think part of it is...
Honestly, what
I
truly
feel
sold
like-
me was that the end of that verse, or the where he points out that,
why
like,
he's set up. Like, where his true path, where he diverted.
where his problem was.
Yeah.
Because that is very much a Kramer thing to do.
Well, and also the gas for the Oompa Loompas, and then hiding the, pills all over the place where the children were left, because that's making him revisit the scenes of the crime, as it were. I'm gonna say the reason Willie didn't get the win for me is, again, the Gene Wilder version was way scarier. Honestly, even when he was being nice, when he lost his shit, he was kind of terrifying as a child. But, like, he was still off,
Right.
Whereas you did a really good job of mimicking the voice that Kramer used, and also kind of his whacked off moral code, So no, I
Detective
think
Mark
that was,
Hoffman was the other one that
yeah.
was
So
an
no, I
absolute
think that
twat.
was incredibly well done. Honestly,
This whole thing.
Carrie
was just-
Elways is the best helper there is. Like, I don't know why he's not mentioned again, but like,
he is
come on,
mentioned at the very end.
not in
Or
here.
you mean in here?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Shit.
No.
Elwes is one of the best villains ever because no one ever sees it coming. Kiss the girls.
I will say, I think this is over and above all both visually or visual production.
Oh, this was stunning.
Writing and everything. I believe personally this is the best one you've done so far, Skeem.
Of course, we can't really comment on the Rick and Morty
Yeah.
and whatever because we don't know those characters well enough. But I'd agree. This one was really, really well done. Visually, obviously, he's progressing because of the setup and stuff that he's able to now add in and has been adding to as he goes along. But I love the effort you put into being these characters on a subpar level, like doing it purposefully, like the paper that he taped glued to his eyebrows for the Oompa Loompas, stuff like that. Like that's awesome.
I also think, by the way, you did a fantastic green screen job with the boat scene.
Yeah, that was really well done. Like, very nicely done. So, anyway, I did really enjoy this one.
And I'm glad to see that this has actually found a pretty good level of success. It's at 10. It was at 10K views. At 10K views.
Nice.
So yeah.
All right.
Really enjoyed it, man. Really enjoyed it. 2 thumbs way up, and a cup of coffee, mug of coffee, like a vat of coffee.
Obviously, this is the more important.
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's because the boobs.
I got nothing.
You've boxed me in here.
No,
Anyways.
no. That's fine. It's fine.
If you guys liked the video, slash that like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Comment down below. What did you think of Skeem's Subpar Rap Battles of YouTube, Jigsaw vs Willy Wonka? Also, comment down below if there's anything else you guys want to see reacted to. Check the description below for all the things.
Push our buttons. Come join us on our other social media platforms, mostly Twitter if you want a quicker response.
We love you guys. Thank you all for watching. Cannot wait to see you depraved people later. Peace.